Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of these sketchbooks that I have over here. I haven't completed every single one of them. I'm still working on a couple of them actually. So today I thought I'd give you guys a tour of each sketchbook and the art in them. So yeah, let's get right into it. This is the first sketchbook I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of. I'm not even close to finishing the sketchbook actually. I'm still working on it like I said before. But this is one of my most recent sketchbooks that I've been drawing in. And I want to give you guys a tour. So let's get right into it. Before I toured the sketchbook for you guys, this sketchbook is just for like sketching with pencil. It's not for like mixed media or anything like that. Even though I'm doing mixed media in the sketchbook, I'm just stubborn. I don't recommend doing that. And on the cover, I drew this with acrylic paint markers by the same brand. Actually, the paint markers are by King Art as well. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I just want to let you guys know because the paint markers are really, really good. I really like them. Yeah, let's start the tour. So I'm gonna skip the first page. Yeah. Anyways, first spread. This is the first spread of the sketchbook. And I like it, honestly. There's lots going on. So this is a match burning, and I was actually on a road trip while drawing this. I even wrote the destination, so yeah. And I used the acrylic markers for this as well. The thing about acrylic markers is that it doesn't bleed even if it's like thin paper, so that's why I like using them. And on this page, I drew my pet bird, Pepper. He's a cockatiel. And I drew Sun Conure over here, and a tiger, and a side profile. I'm not a huge fan, but that's okay. So I did this drawing with colored pencils and acrylic marker. It's just a random drawing. I don't really have anything to say about it, but this probably could be a new OC. I don't know though. I didn't draw anything here because I used alcohol marker and it bled through really bad, so yeah. I think I will go paint this area and draw something on top, maybe with paint or something. I'll consider doing that. I don't know though. Here, I used alcohol-based markers, like I said, for this, and I just drew some cartoony figures. They're usually not this cartoony when I draw like humans and stuff, but these are really chibi. I don't know. But I think they turned out pretty cute. I like this one more. I don't really like that one that much, but it was fun to draw. And I have some washi tape here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's super pretty and shiny. Here I just drew 2 pairs of eyes and a dove bird. I don't know if you guys noticed yet, but in the sketchbook I draw lots of birds. So like the dove, this bird on her hand, and then there's the cockatiel over here, and that bird as well. I just really love birds. I really like this drawing. It's a side profile, and I'm really proud of how the side profile turned out. And I also like the colors I used. This is just a sketch. Nothing to really say about it. Okay, here we have a cat doodle I did with pen only. I didn't use any pencils, so I'm pretty proud of myself for being able to do that. And then here we have a sketch I did with colored pencil and some tomatoes. Ooh, I really like this page. So I used gouache to paint here, and like I said before, I don't recommend any sort of paint on this paper. It's super thin, and if you like look closely, it's also become really flimsy. There's like a weird texture because I used paint on it. But I really like how this drawing turned out. Like, I'm not a professional at painting with gouache, especially landscapes and scenery, but I feel like for someone that isn't that good at it, this turned out really nice in my opinion. I love like the color scheme and the color palette that I used. This little guy here though doesn't look that good in my opinion, but that's okay. I mean, I really enjoyed making this. Okay, so I drew a cat here. I think he's adorable. It's not like realistic or anything. It's kind of like a stylized version of a cat. I used acrylic marker for this, also for this, but I messed up on the face, so I redid the drawing. There's lots of changes, but yeah, same pose, same idea, I guess. but to cover up the mistakes I made, I just put on some pretty stickers there. I didn't draw anything here, and again I used paint, so as you can see there's like a weird texture on the paper. More birds. Yay! I drew a macaw. I'm not a huge fan of this actually. It's not that good, but I really had a fun time drawing it. I used paint marker, and for the background I used watercolors. And I drew a dragon fruit. I love how the colors look. I used colored pencil to outline, and I used watercolor to color it in. I'm really proud of it. I think it looks really nice. And then here I drew a budgie bird. I love budgies. I used to own some. I don't anymore though, unfortunately, but so cute. I love how this turned out, honestly. Here I drew a little tiny car. There's a name for these type of cars, but I forgot it. But I'm pretty proud of how the car turned out. And I just doodled some blueberries. Who doesn't like blueberries, guys? Come on. That's it for the sketchbook. I'm still working on it, like I said before. But I'm really happy with like the drawings in here. They're not amazing, but I'm having lots of fun. And I'm being careless, guys. Okay, on to the next sketchbook. I don't consider this a sketchbook. It's not actually, just a paper pad with watercolor paper. But I drew a parrot. Of course I did. I always draw parrots. I love parrots. I said that a lot. But a sun conure. I drew, I think that's a hibiscus flower. I'm not sure though. A slice of lime, and a tulip. I didn't draw anything else here. Just this. Next sketchbook. This is the Uhuhu marker pad. So I'm using markers in the sketchbook, not anything else really. So I'm still working on the sketchbook though, by the way, guys. So I'm going to show you, like, there's so many papers left that I haven't filled out yet. Let's start. So I started drawing in the sketchbook on June 18, 2025. I love the spread so much. So first of all, I drew a caracal cat. I'm really proud of how it turned out. I love like the colors I used and how I layered them, and I used them, and the color palette. It just looks amazing in my opinion. And I also drew this for an art competition. Yeah, I used it for an art competition. And then here I used acrylic markers to just draw a figure. I also love the spread, guys. I drew a princess, a queen, whatever you want to call her. I used acrylic marker for this as well, and then a landscape. I don't usually draw landscapes, like I said before, but I really like how this one looks, even though it's like not very realistic and it's not detailed at all. It was just fun to draw, and I feel like it gives the spread a lively look. And then here it's just a random girl, I guess, but yeah, I love the spread so much. I think it's one of my favorite spreads I've ever. Oh, here I drew Pinkie Pie for My Little Pony as a human. I mean, they are Equestria girls, they are humans, but at some point they are humans. But I drew this in my own style, how I would like design her, I guess. And then here I drew a girl in a kimono. This is a sticker, by the way. My little sister gave me a sticker, so I put it there, and it looks like an earring. I just think that's cool. It's a draw DTIYS. It's not my character, it's not original in any way. I don't know who is the original artist, so sorry about that, guys. Here I drew Nikki Maxwell from Dark Diaries. And then here I drew my plushie. I'll show you guys the plushie. As a human. I feel like I didn't use enough green, but at the same time the plushie doesn't have much green in her design, I mean in her color palette anyways. So, I don't know. I like it. I took a picture of a flamingo because we went to like a zoo, I think, and I had that picture in my gallery, so I decided to draw the flamingo. I think it turned out really nice. Ooh, I like the spread, honestly. So there was this cafe we went to called Leto, and they had these little like paper things that you put your cup on top of. So I love the color scheme of the little paper thing, so I stuck it in here, and it's also a memory at the same time. And then here I drew a cockatiel again, because I love cockatiels. And honestly, I prefer this cockatiel over that one. This one, I feel like it's much more stylized, but at the same time, it's realistic and cute, but I just don't like that one that much. Ooh, this one is really fun, like lots of sketches. I just felt like sketching. I grabbed a mechanical pencil and I just started sketching. And a race car. I don't usually draw cars, but I had fun drawing this. It's a bit wonky though, but that's okay. I mean, like I said before, I don't usually draw race cars or cars in general. So I drew Astrid. Hilda, I don't like this drawing at all, but it was fun to draw, so I don't really mind. And then these are the characters from the bad guys. So that's it for the sketchbook. On to the next one. This is the marker pad, and I'm not gonna finish this. I just use this for like final illustrations when I use markers. It's not like a sketchbook where I would like do whatever I want in, you know? I just use the paper for special occasions. First page. I drew Freerun. I love how this turned out. As you can see, this was a long time ago, a couple of months, actually several months ago. 2024, December 2024. And I drew Freerun. I love how it turned out. I love the colors. I love the pose. I love everything about this drawing, honestly. Here I drew the two characters from Keeper of the Lost Cities. So Sophie and Dex. And then this is not original. I don't know who the original artist is, but I saw it on Pinterest and I loved how it looked, so I wanted to draw it in my own art style. I think it turned out really nice, honestly. But yeah, it's not original. The idea is not mine. Credits to the owner. Here we have an original character. I love how this turned out. There's not much to say about it. I just really like how it turned out, and I also put a rose sticker in here. And then doodles, silly little doodles of a character dancing. Ugly elf drawing, ignore that. I don't really have a lot to say about this, but I think this one turned out really nice. I don't really like that one. Ooh. Here I just drew some baby animals. That's not a baby, but these two are. I really like how this one turned out. I think it's adorable. I'm not a huge fan of this one though. Like I messed up on the wing over here a bit and over here as well, but that's okay. The panda just looks fine, I guess. Here I did fan art for the False Prince book. I drew them. I don't really like how any of these turned out actually. I don't like this page, but it was fun to draw. Okay, so then I put in watercolor paper in here. I think I was trying to cover up an ugly drawing, but yeah, I did watercolor paper here. Simba, I love how that rabbit turned out. I think it's so realistic and adorable, and I used watercolor for that. Actually, this is watercolor paper. I stuck it in here. Here I drew a tropical flower with a palm tree and a bluebird. I think that's what they're called, right? Bluebird. I love how the bird turned out. I think it's really amazing. And this turned out okay, I guess. I'm not a huge fan, but I still like it. That's it for this sketchbook. I didn't draw anything else in it yet. I planned to, of course, but I didn't finish it. On to the next one. This is gray paper, so I don't draw on this frequently. I just draw on it when I feel like it, or if I'm using my colored pencils that actually pop on the paper, and acrylic marker or paint. I draw on this like rarely, like I said before, but the drawings I have in here, I like them. Like I think they're good drawings. So on the first page, I drew an eyeball with colored pencil. It's not amazing, but I like it. And then just some sketches. I wrote the date here too. It was like 11 months ago, I think. It was a long time ago. Okay, here I just drew some characters. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I like this one though. I think it looks nice. And I love how that turned out. I used, I think, acrylic paint for this. I'm not exactly sure though. It could be gouache, but I like how this turned out, like I said before. And then, hi guys, this is voiceover me. Now, while I was editing, I realized that the drawing, the girl in the kimono, you can't really see the drawing clearly because I used pencil graphite and the reflection is like reflecting the graphite on the paper so you can't see the drawing clearly, guys. Sorry about that. I absolutely love these two side profiles. I think they turned out really good. I'm really proud of them. I also like how like the red and the blue look together. I used color pencil for these, and that's all I have to say about them, but I'm like a huge fan of them. And then I drew a girl in a kimono. I drew one before too. I just really like drawing kimonos. They're so fun to draw, honestly. And then this is, oh no, it's not. I thought it was the last page. Here I drew another side profile, just a doodle with pen and highlighter. These were like the zebra mild liners. Like, let me show you. Like these ones, I really like making art with these. It's so fun. And then a butterfly with paint, acrylic paint. Yeah. So this is the last spread, I think. I think it's one of my least favorite spreads. So over here, I like the drawing. It's nice, but I don't really like the hand. I don't know. It just doesn't look that amazing. And then I drew a horse here with acrylic paint. I like how this horse looks, but I kind of don't like how the hair looks. I don't know. It looks kind of weird. And then just a sketch of a horse running. I didn't finish this one. I plan on finishing it, but I haven't finished it yet. These drawings are actually from a couple of days ago. And then here, I made this drawing that I'm really proud of, but then I messed up on the eye. So I put a paper on top so you can see like a weird black outline around the eye. So if I like put my hand over here and cover the shade maybe, wait, you can't really see the line. But yeah, I'm proud of that. And that's it for the sketchbook. I didn't really draw anything else in it. Next sketchbook. I've posted lots of the art in the sketchbook on YouTube Shorts, but the other sketchbooks I didn't post any of the art on them. So most of my viewers have probably seen the art in this, but I still want to share it with you guys for the new viewers especially. So let's get right into it. Sketchbook 35. This page was so fun to do. There's a lot going on, but I like it. Spread. And then a side profile. And this was January 1st, 2025. Here I drew a leopard. I'm a huge fan of this. I think it looks really nice. It took a long time to make too. Scar from the Lion King, and then a squirrel. An ugly one too, I don't like that. Next spread. Just some sketches. They're not that amazing, so there's nothing to really say about them. And then a milkshake. That's white gel pen. I don't know what it's doing there. It's kind of smudged, but that's okay. Okay, this drawing here wants to be a part of the video, so here I sketched some giraffes and Genie from Aladdin. Okay, I really love these two drawings, especially the cat one. I also like the snake one. They're both really good, in my opinion. I used watercolor for these, and this is a mixed media sketchbook, by the way, so every medium works in here. I'm really proud of these two, like I said before. I love this one as well. So much more better than the one I showed you guys earlier, the Macau, the red one. And here we have, I don't know, just a random character. And I just drew some emotions here, and it was really fun to do. Rosalina from Super Mario, a random character. Keith from Keeper of the Lost Cities. This guy's also from the same book. Dandy, my sibling, my little sister, and my brother, they asked me to draw Dandy. They're really obsessed with Dandy's world, so I drew Dandy. And then there's a YouTube short on this. So basically, it's an interactive drawing. It can move. Take off the little hand here. I hope I don't ruin it. Just give me a minute. Ah, there we go. So basically you can move it. It's just supposed to be a fun little activity. Just some sketches, nothing special. just some other sketches again. Nothing special. Okay, I really like that. I love how it turned out. I just used pen for it, so I'm really proud of myself. And then I drew a fox. It's really messy, but I just really like drawing messy things. I love how that turned out. I hate that one though. I just don't like how that looks. Here I drew a character. It's supposed to be an original character with like a little story. I really like how this turned out. You can pause and read if you like. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you the bluey. I drew bluey, but it looks so bad, so I'm not gonna show you that. Well, maybe you can see her legs. And then here I did watercolor of a leopard or cheetah, I don't know, and a tiger. Here, just some practice sketches of portraits, and then I also drew some eyes here. More portraits. I had lots of fun doing this one. I kind of messed up over here. Let me try to fix that, actually. It bothers me. Wait. I'm looking for my white paint marker. I don't know where I put it. There. Is that better? I think it is. Yeah, that's better. I love how that one looks. They all look good, honestly. I also like how the colors look together. Some hands. I'm not a huge fan of that one. I don't know, it just looks kind of weird to me. But these two turned out really nice. And also I cut out a hand I drew because it looked bad. So yeah, there's like a little cut over there. I drew a husky on brown paper and then I stuck it in here. I think that's cardboard. A roller skater, some doodles, and a hijabi. I think that turned out really nice. And those were the last drawings of this sketchbook as well. So that's all of the sketchbooks I wanted to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.